I said I would be coming back to do a bit of a destash on my fabrics. Now, I'm filming from my desk to start this video off because I'm going to show you the boxes now, but we're going to go through it. I noticed the other day when I did the paper destash that the sound was off on some parts and it was a little bit slow. So I'm going to try and speed it up. Not speed it up, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to make it as slow as it was the other day. The first thing I'm going to do is take everything off my desk. I have, thank you Chris for bringing that here.
No worries.
I have the unit that I put the papers in the other day. I also bought another one for fabrics. I have way too much fabric. This, what I'm about to show you next, is most of the fabrics, but just like I'm going to be doing with the other day. So the other day I said to do in 3 piles. With the fabric I'm going to be doing into 4. So I've got my scrap fabrics here, things that have just been cut off, the dresses. That I love working with scraps, so any scraps in my eyes is brilliant when you're working with scraps. So I'm going to put that in one pile because that I'm going to be giving away some scraps that I particularly can't use in my own projects. I know I'm never going to use gold, and so I'm going to put that in a scraps pile. I've got a pile for destash, so I've got some gold satin and some sort of gold. It's gold one side and silver the other. It's like real crinkled paper fabric. So I've got that. So that's in my destash, my scraps, and this came off the actual top. Now these are just little, no, that hasn't come off the top. These are just little bits, but they're not big enough to make like a bag or anything with. But saying that, you could join them up and make a snippet roll. You could make flowers out of them. There's so much you could do with little bits like this. So I'm not going to be I'm going to be quite ruthless, but where I said the other day I'm going to get really upset when it comes to doing this destash. When it comes to my fabrics, I do get really like anxiety panic because it's fabric. I've sort of got like, oh, I remember when I bought that, oh, and I was going to do that project with that one, and it's like, no, Colette, you've got to be quite ruthless because I can always rebuy fabrics. So yeah, I'm going to show you my fabric pile, and we're going to do a box at a time, and even if it doesn't get all done tonight, at least then I've started it. So join me over by the sofa and we'll do it together. And whereas the other day you sort of saw me doing with my hands, I'm going to be doing a bit of face on destash as well. So I'll see you in a bit. So as you can see, I've already started cutting fabrics up. This is my appliques I got at all one dress, but you'll see in a second the amount of appliques I have actually got. So some of them will be finding some new homes pretty soon. There's my scrap fabric, there's my small keeping fabric, my destash, and then these are my boxes of fabric. That basket included. There's the basket of fabrics underneath. Ted, and that's Teddy. That's the guy who's always snoring in my videos. So he's come in to say he's really enjoyed his food, ma'am. So we're going to go through a box at a time. This one is a massive box. So these are just some of the baskets I've got out. But if I bring you over to there, that last basket over there, that's got fabrics in and the basket on top. So we're not going to do them because I don't want to be doing too much. But most of these I sort of know where I am. A couple of months ago actually, I did go through that box. And where are the boxes? I think I went through that one, so I know I haven't got to go through them ones. It's that one mainly that I know I'm going to sort of have to sit down and be quite ruthless when I'm going through it. So those are the boxes, my fabric boxes. Now these are the drawers. Again, if you didn't see them in the other day, they're quite deep drawers. my papers are all done. As you can see, they're all done, and these do actually fit 12 by 12, believe it or not. They do actually fit 12 by 12 paper pads. See, and it's really good because I can sort of flicker through and see what paper pad I want. So let's begin. So before we even get to putting them in here, we're going to take a basket and work through it one at a time. So join me back at my table, face on, where we're going to be doing sorting through, and hopefully we'll sort of get through a few baskets. I'm not sort of worried if we don't do this bottom one. As long as we do these 4 tonight, then I'm sort of happy with myself. Little goals and I'll get there. So join me back at my table. Right, I'm sort of back, not going face on just yet. Bought this beautiful box ages ago and I overfilled it. That was my problem. I overfilled it, and guess what? It broke. It did exactly what I thought it wouldn't do, and it broke. And the actual lid broke as well, which I'm a bit gutted at, but I am debating in my head, do I keep it and mend it? I don't know what to do, because it's such a beautiful box. I don't know what to do. So because I don't know what to do with this box, by the time I empty it, obviously, I'm going to put it, when I empty it, I'm going to put it on the side of me, and then I'll sort of have a think about whether I want to keep it or not. So let's go through it. Now, some of these are appliques. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the lid of the box, I think. Maybe just move some stuff over. I have my cup of tea, I'm armed and ready. Right, I've got some appliques here. Like I said, I was cutting up a top earlier on. And all I'm going to do, just to start me off, is I'm going to bring all the appliques that I've got, quite a loads, absolutely tons. Any satin pieces I'm going to just throw to one side, and I'm just going to do it as is. And there's buttons. I didn't even realise there was buttons in here. Right, so satin put to one side. I can sort that out in a second. This is vintage fabric. I had that on Sharon ages and ages ago. I wondered where it got to. So ravel. This is just the train off a wedding dress. It's absolutely stunning. Let me show you guys. Isn't that stunning? So I'm going to keep all those little pieces. More satin, more satin, more satin. This is where all my satin went. It's been under my desk. I haven't looked at it because it's been in this box, more like green trim that came off a dressing gown, I believe. I've forgotten I had all this. Completely and utterly forgot. So that's no, it's not. It's wedding dress material. Look. So with this, because there's like satin on there that I don't know whether I will do anything with, I'm just going to cut it to here. And you know that snippet pile I made? That's what it'll go in. So that's lace. Oh, my muslin. Oh, see what you find? Completely and utterly forgot I had that in there. Just haven't been in this box. The bun can go to one side. More appliques. Some of these are what you lovely ladies have sent me going back last year, and I kept it because back then I didn't have a lot of appliques, and I just thought, oh, do you know what, if I just keep it then I can use it, but I've been using it very sparingly. This would be something I would put in a snippet thing, so I'm going to put that in my snippet bag. That again would be some snippets. That vintage button, that would be some snippets. There's snippets. That's snippets. Right, we now come back to the bottom of this thing. Right, so I'm going to take out all these would be classed as little snippets. So I'm just going to put them to one side because you never know, they'll come in handy. Right, now that box is empty, completely empty, apart from those bits and pieces. I'm going to get rid of this rubbish. And like I said right at the very start, don't know what to do with this box. I should really throw it out, but because it's such a pretty box, do I throw it out or do I keep it? Now, the other one that I have got that I know is full of, what am I just trying to say? Full of appliques that I'm going to start sharing out is this basket, which I'll show you in a second. Is this basket. Now this basket holds not just my appliques, but it also holds my fabrics, the satin I had from Shelf. I'm going to put the muslin to one side. So anything I really want to one side is what I will put into one side. More appliques, lace fabrics that can just go pop at the side of me. So all these are just appliques upon appliques, and I think I'm mistakenly just gonna sift through this. All scrumptious yummies. I'm gonna put that over there. Yeah, these are all appliques that I've just collected. I do every now and then I do buy wedding dresses. So on a wedding dress you can just imagine the amount of stuff. I'm gonna just pop those over there. Amount of stuff that you get. And each piece is different, so I haven't got a different piece to one piece to another. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bottom of this basket. I'm going to use the bottom of this basket for any appliques that I want to give away. In there's also scraps. I'm going to put some scraps to one side to get them off my desk a minute. And those are some of the appliques that I need to sift through, so they can go in. There's nothing wrong with them, it's just, as you can see, I've got tons and I just need to get rid of some. You can always buy more. I have got a bottle here somewhere. It is. Right, let me have a look. So what I'm doing right now is I'm sorting my bodices out, and I'm going to put all my appliques in the top drawer of those units that you saw. And I'm going to put this is a piece that I've literally been cutting out. This came off the bottom of a wedding dress, and it's quite long. For what it was really long. So I'm going to start bringing my drawers over, and I'm going to put my appliques in a very top drawer just to narrow it down a little bit. That's lace. So what we got here? Yep, I can go in. And that. And I'm just shortening it down, that's all. That can go in that scrap pile. So I'm using that basket to narrow it down. Right. Some of these are just trims that I haven't cut down as of yet. and I think I'm going to use the second row for my satin. Like I say, when I watched the video back yesterday, it's like, oh, maybe I should have what am I trying to say? Showed you guys how I'm sorting it out rather than trying to fast forward some of it. There. Let me have a look. I'm going to put this in the basket as well for my things I want to give away, and I'm keeping all my trims, as in the big ones, together. Now it's up to you how you sort it out. If you're as lucky as me and you've got this amount of appliques, it's totally up to you how you go about sorting it out. So the way I'm going to do it, because there's so many to sort out, is I put my trims of appliques right at the very back of my box. So that narrows that down, and then I'm just going to sort this out. So there's a big piece here that I haven't cut down. So my big pieces can go there. Small pieces can go here. Big piece, small pieces, big piece, big piece, small piece, small piece, a small piece. And if you're on my group, you'll know that I'm doing a bit of a destash tomorrow. So some of the stuff, when I say I'm destashing it, is going to go onto the group. So I'll show you now what I'm attempting to do. See how you can see how this is sort of narrowing itself down already without me having to sort of do anything to it. And most of this I have genuinely forgot that I've got. That can go in. So all my big pieces in one pile. They just applique bits and pieces. These are from just wedding dresses I've picked up, or like dressing gowns. Some of them have been from dressing gowns too. So I am going to fast forward this bit, because otherwise we'll just be what you and me natter on. Actually I won't, because yesterday when I watched it back, like I say, I watched it back and I was like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, because you could have heard me natter on. And sometimes it's really nice to hear the person speak. So as you can see, I'm getting somewhere now. I've still got a few bits and pieces in my lid. Right. Okay. Oh my word. Didn't realise I had this much. I was thinking that it's not going to fill a drawer, but it obviously does. Right, okay. So, I actually emptied that box. So that was quite easy. Right, the next bit now, for me, is to sort out these satins. Now, some of these satins I have bought from Shilpa. So these ones I actually purchased from Shilpa. So I like keeping them laces together. And my vintage lace, which is this. And then my satin can go in one sort of sweet pile. I might give that away. I don't know. We'll go through it and see what I can sort of destash. I'm trying to be really strict with myself. It's not easy at all, knowing that I've got, you know, I know I've got to do this, but it's like, oh, shall I not? Right, this is just the lining from the dresses. So instead of keeping my little bits and pieces that I've cut out, I'm gonna put them in a destash pile. Right, okay, let's fold this up. That's the line. Yeah, that's both lining. I'll put that in there. That's satin. That's that. Some of this, most of this is actually going in there. Destash pile. Just right. So I've now got my lining. Right. This is my other fabrics that's just come out of that same pile basket. Believe it or not, this was all in the same basket. So how on earth I managed to fit it all in, goodness knows how. And it smells absolutely gorgeous. When I buy wedding dresses, and I don't know whether you guys are fortunate enough to do it, but when I do it, I do wash my wedding dresses with something called Vanish, and it brings it out really nice. I'll show you what it looked like prior to me doing it. And with this tool, I'm going to spend tonight cutting that down because that's got appliques on. Let me show you what it looked like prior to me doing it. So I do have... see how it's sort of, I know it might not be coming up on camera, but that's the piece I haven't washed yet, and that's the piece I have. And sometimes it's kind of grippy in the end, and it's, you know, I'm not expecting it to be perfect. Like these are, where's that one? I'm gonna put in. Oh, come on. Right. See, that's the one I've washed, and they're the ones I haven't. You can sort of tell the difference on these. So how I wash them is I use something called Vanish, and it brings it out absolutely superb. I hand wash it, and if it's got some stains, say it's a train, I put some on. Now what I love most about this is the fact it's got like a gripper thing on the top. Now I know here in the UK you can access this, but I don't know about overseas. But have a look into it, because it's the most loveliest thing that you can get to bring your appliques or wedding dresses or any fabrics that you want, make them pop out. So I am going to use my second row, I think, for, is this the lining? Yeah, this is the lining. So I'm going to put the lining in front. I'm going to satin behind. That's fabric, this white satin. And then I'm going to put these vintage materials and the satin in front. So I've actually emptied 2 baskets by doing all this. I think I'm going to do another 2, and then I can show you then where I'm at. I'll probably need another basket, knowing me. Right. Didn't realise I had that many appliques. Right. This is my next basket. Now in here there's like a variety of different laces. So I'm going to start bringing them out. Let's bring them out and let's see what we've got. Anything like this, I'm going to just put it in a little scrap bag. And then when I put the scrap bags together, whoever wants it can access it then. So let me have a look. I've got some of this lace. Any lace, just wind around your fingers, and I can put them on the spools after, because most of my laces are behind me and I hang them up. So that can go in. That's really pretty. What else have we got? This is really pretty as well. Just forgot it was there. This has actually got beads on. I've used this in some projects beforehand, and people have actually thought it was me that's added pearls, and it isn't. Some of this material. Keep that. I'm just trying to debate with myself what I want to keep and what I want to sort of access. Now these are images that I've printed on. Some of them have come out and some of them haven't. And I don't know, I'm not sure about that one. These are little pieces that I know I've got sent, so I'm going to keep hold of them. This is a skirt, the skin strap pieces. That's I'll put that in there because that's really good fabric to use. Right, this is absolutely excellent fabric to use on flowers making because it's that type of material. That's where I was going with it. This I had from, I'm trying to think of her name. She's on YouTube and she crafts in the corner. I can't think of her name. And every time you watch her, it feels like you're already in there. Sophie Shabby Corner. There we are. That's who sent me these pieces. And I've completely forgot that they were in there, Sophie, my sweetheart. Again, just pieces I've inked on, look. I just haven't done nothing with them. I have got my cutters here, but what I will do is I will map. And with this ink, and keep that one, I'm going to put that one in there. With this ink, it stays on because it's that type of ink I've used. Like that can go in there. What else have I got here? That can go in there. This is like, it's cotton, but it's not. It's that shiny stuff I used for the dolls. The skin. These are my little pieces. So I have my little pieces. Oh yeah, let me see. Right. This is something I've tea-stayed. So I'll keep that because it'll save me from doing it. Black, I'm going to pop that in there. More these. I'm going to pop that one in there, that one in there. I'm going to pop this in because I've kept the first piece. Right, I'm going to get rid of them. That's always good to have. This is the fabric, Sarah, you used on your when you sent me patches of it. Remember I said I recognised it? That's where it's come from. Right, they can go in there. Oh, that can go in there. That can go in there. I'll keep that one. Hold of that. I'll make myself a little scrap bag here. That's when I was practicing crocheting. That can go in. That can go in. These are all just little bits and pieces that I've scrap pieces, and I don't know why I've kept them. But again, you can do things with them. It's not. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that for what I want to use it for, I know that I'm not going to use it. Oh, I've got some more lace here, which I've completely forgot I had. That can go in. These are keep hold of them. Right. Oh no, they're slightly scrabbled up. That's not. This is gorgeous stuff to do flowers with. So I'm going to put that with the other fabric I've got beside of me. Like I say, I'm not going to go through all this in one night. I know I'm not going to. But like I said right at the very start, a little bit each day will make all this sort of, it'll make it come down, if that makes any sort of sense what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a scrap fabric and a scrap lace, methinks. That can go in that basket. Oh, that's lace. That's not. See, well, how much I've got. Oh, that's tool that can be used. Where's my scrap fabric? There it is. I can keep. What have I got? Yes. Get in there. I am getting there. And I know I've started everybody off sorting your scrap boxes out. I've been seeing videos on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I wonder where they're getting their inspiration from. I think Dawn Marie mentioned in her video the other day that she's doing a challenge, and and she said that part of the challenge, she said, that I had given her inspiration for. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Just gonna really quickly now sift through all this. See how it's just multiplied? Right, so I am gonna put all the scraps in. This is the scrap pile that I'm gonna be giving away. And that. And I'm going to do them as well. Right, where am I going to put these now? I've got satin at the bottom. Why don't I do organza? So this organza, I mean, and that type of fabric, and lace fabric maybe. Flower fabric, I might put in there. Right. So that's what I'm going to be giving away scrap wise. And I've got all this as well to go in. Oops. So that is what I'm going to down it into packs. And yeah, like I say, if you're in my group, then you'll know when I'm doing it. You'll also know when I'm going to be doing it. So I'll give you an indication of when I'm doing it. So I think we're going to do one more box and then I'm going to call it a night. So I've got my scrap box because I've got loads of scraps and they've got to get them somewhere. And then I've got loads of appliques that I'm going to be giving away on the group because not everybody can get to the shops and I want to give everybody equal opportunity to get to the shops. So I'm going to be putting these in like little packs. And like I say, I've got so many that it just needs to be cut down. And I've got so much to give away too. So yeah, I'll show you my drawers in a minute, but you'll know what I mean. So now we've done those two drawers. I'm going to be through the big box tomorrow, I think. I'm now going to concentrate on this drawer, which I don't know where that was in yet, but we will find out together. So, oh my word, it looks like organzas in here. So I'm not going to be keeping all this organza because that would be sort of silly to do. Here's my scissors. I'm going to keep the sparkly organza, I think. I'm going to pop that in my drawers briefly because then it's in there. I'm going to be keeping hold of this type of material because that would be good to make flowers with. Don't lose that. This is the stuff that Sophie sent me. Again, I need to use it. It's there to be used. So I'm gonna, once I show you this box, I am going to, I think I'm going to be needing another box myself. But I am doing really well. I mean, I'm getting rid of quite a few things that I never thought that would happen. Only because I didn't think I'd be this strict on myself. That's what I'm trying to say to you all. So I got some paint material there, and these were the spools that Shirley gave to me that I've completely forgot I've got. So I'll put the white in. That's got a little bit of pink on, so I'm going to keep the pink on there. Great. Call Shirley, Mom. Shirley gave me all this. I know she did. Right, I've got pink and green in there. I've got another grey there. Red and orange. And I've got this gold spattle stuff that I'm going to be giving away as well, because I'm never using it. This stuff I forgot I had, the blue. So my drawer is looking, the drawers are looking quite full now. Sorry if the video paused. I think I'm going a bit too quick with the catch up. Right, how are we doing? This stuff I had on my chairs on my wedding. It's absolutely stunning stuff, and I forgot I had it. I can wrap everybody's happy meal in that. Right, let's get rid of this tool, because this tool is not the Tomato Beast. And right, that is my drawers sort of done, kind of. That's the last drawer, so it's done. And again, it's all comes with a tool match inside it. So I think my plan is I'm going to be cutting these tools up. Let's see if my mum wants some tools. She's always looking for tools first before I do that. She'll only say, you take things out of my room and don't give me the chance. So they may or may not go in the box. All depends on whether mum wants them. But yeah, I have now emptied 3 main baskets. And now I'm going to show you what those baskets look like. I know I've got like a ton of stuff on my table. Things that I can easily put away, which I'm going to do in a second. And these muslin that I put by the side of me, I'm going to put in that same drawer with all the tool and stuff in, because it will all keep it together. So even though I have that basket over there to sort out, I've actually got somewhere tonight, because it didn't look anything like this. And the space I've got over there with all the baskets were, that's actually coming down too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you now, show you what it's looking like compared to what it has been looking like previously. I'm quite chuffed with how it's looking. I've emptied 1, 2, 3, 4 baskets with you all. Half an hour it took me. Quite ruthless. I've got some laces I need to hang up and find a home for these. And I've got one last drawer in the full block drawers. I think I need to buy some more, because I've got nowhere now to put my fabrics. So I'm going to now show you what I've done with the drawers behind me. And yeah, let me know what you all think. I do know though, from me doing these videos, it's really inspired you. If you are in my group, I will pop the link in below. I will be doing a destash tomorrow. So if you want any of the things that you've seen, yeah, you'll need to be in my group in order to do it. It's just easier on Facebook, so I do apologize if you haven't got a Facebook account. It's just easier to keep control of the chat and stuff, because sometimes YouTube can be really quick. So yeah, I I really do hope I've inspired you. Let me know if you've given, you know, going through your boxes a shot. Because at the end of the day, my room is looking, it feels a lot lighter than what it was. I do apologise for that noise. It feels, it feels a lot lighter than what it once was. And it's coming down, which is my main goal. Between what I've done the other day, which and today, I've emptied 4 baskets today. I emptied a crate, a tray, I'd say 3 more baskets. So I really emptied about 9 baskets in total, 9 boxes and baskets. So it's getting there. It's getting there quite slowly, but I'm okay with this space. Space, because it's allowing me to acknowledge what I've got and not feel so anxious about the things I'm getting rid of. I'm not going to do that big box today, only because I feel if I do it now with everything I've just done, it's going to I'm not going to be quite ruthless. I'm going to go, no, I'll keep that, and I'll keep this, and I'll keep that, and that's what it'll end up being. So I'm not going to do it right now, for that reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the boxes look like, and let me know what you think in the chat, in the comments section below. If you can't see a comment below, please drop me a email. I'll put my email address. The other thing I want to mention is I didn't realize till I looked today, but YouTube have been holding all my comments for some reason or another, and I had 19 comments waiting. YouTube actually thought they were spam. So I do apologize. Obviously I didn't know that you were commenting, and it was only by chance that I went into my YouTube settings. So if you're on YouTube, go into YouTube settings, because YouTube is, for some reason, they cleared out before Christmas that they were getting rid of channels that were dead channels that were just made up, so they got rid of them. But they might be getting rid of comments as well, and holding your comments and thinking that they're spam when they're really not. So go into your settings. It's Creator Studio and it's community, and on there you'll see it'll say messages, and then it'll say likely spam at the top. Go into there and it'll come up with whatever messages YouTube has held. So I really do hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to show you my boxes before I go, and let me know what you think, and I'll catch up with you all in my next video. Well, I'll catch up with you in 2 seconds. Bear with me. Right, so that is what this now looks like. That is Rosie. There. She's not dirty, but so this is what it now looks like. All those boxes and bags have gone. I have this basket that I'm now keeping. That's got all the appliques, and I'm sort of destashing and giving them away in the group. Those are all the laces I need to sort of sort through. I've made a scrap pile for myself. Those are the laces and like short pieces of fabric that I am keeping hold of. And yeah, I know what I'm doing with all that. So this is where I'm at. So this is a brand new box. So this is full of appliques. There's nothing else in this drawer but appliques. So as you can see, I'm quite a lucky girl to have all these appliques sitting in my drawer for me to now work with. And I know where they are, so I sort of can grab and go. So I don't need like 10 of the boxes to do it. In this one, I've kept all my satin and my silk material. It's all in one piece. I've even got some more in the box I need to wash. Sorry guys. So yeah, like I say, I've got some more in the box I need to wash. This drawer has got my muslins in there, because I don't quite know what to do with that yet. All my fabrics that Sophie gave me when she sent me my parcel over last year, and all my different tulle that the lovely Shirley gave me. So Shirley, I'm still working through it, my sweetheart. So that's what I got in that box and drawer. And then this one is sort of empty, ready for me to sort of not do nothing with, to do something with. But what Chris said was he thinks that they could have fitted into the table, but I don't want them to. So if I show you now, see it right at the back, was where those boxes were being kept. So I could push this box right back, because the minute that's empty, which most of those fabrics I will be destashing, and I will be giving them away. Some of the fabrics I haven't even cut into. Some of them, you know, I was given. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be going through this box tomorrow. The ones I'm given, obviously I'm not going to be destashing them, but you know, the ones I've bought and the ones I'm recycling and giving away. So that is where I'm at. I'm going to put this box and all the appliques loveliness on top of here, so I know where that is. And tonight I'm going to sort of have fun and go through the bits and pieces I've got out. These are my fabrics that I'm also I've just put aside to give away, so they're going to go in my box in my drawer behind me. And yeah, so this is what it looks like. So I am getting there. I have now got a good space, and like I said, I can push that right back. Good space right underneath to put my sewing machine. So I'm going to sort all this out, so it's not completely done yet, but I am getting there. So thank you all for joining me tonight. Hope you had fun. I hope that it was a lot better than the other day, destashing. And yeah, I hope you'll stick with me going through my room. We are thinking of moving it around. Well, I'm thinking of moving it around. I'm thinking of putting my table on that wall, and then that way I'll be able to reach the windowsill a lot more, which I'll be making more use of. So I'm hoping to put it on that table, and therefore have these containers just under the window. But Chris said, oh, I can't move all that, where am I going to put it? Which is why sort of give me the inspiration of destashing and sifting through my things. So yeah, I felt quite liked it tonight, to say the least. Like I say, thank you all for joining me, and please bear with me and stick with me in my next video, in my next destashing video. You're welcome to pop along over to the group. I will leave the group name, group link in the description bar below, and I will catch up with you all next time. Bye for now.